Okay, so I filmed this intro like 3 times, but let's try this one more time. So, hi guys! Welcome to Books My Quiet Friends. I'm Sydney, and today I am bringing you my March wrap-up and my April TBR. So I usually do this in 2 separate videos, but today I'm going to be doing one because my March reading month was kind of hectic. As you can see, we've moved locations. I moved into a different apartment that's 20 minutes away from where I was living, so it was kind of just a lot of trips and hauling. So this month I was looking back at what I had read and kind of thought, oh shit, yeah, that was all the same month, even though it seems like you have been not reading forever. Ugh. So anyways, without further ado, here is what I read in the month of March. So I started off the month very strong. I started off reading King's Cage by Victoria Aveyard. I am trash for this series. I really enjoy it. I gave this book 5 out of 5 stars. Victoria Aveyard broke my heart into a million pieces once more, which was whatever. I should have seen it coming, but I called my boyfriend in tears by the end because the ending just totally got me. I cannot wait for the 4th book. Where is it? I want it. I need it, like, right now, please. So yeah, I think I'll probably reread this series before the 4th book comes out. I think it comes out in April of next year, but don't quote me on that. So I will be rereading this series again soon-ish. And then I read, well, I guess I listened to 1 audiobook and read 1 ebook, and I don't have the pictures for those because my phone's kind of being fucked up and not working. So I read The Jewel by Amy Ewing. I thought that was a pretty good dystopian novel. I haven't really read one like that in a while. It kind of gave me similar vibes to The Selection. I think I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. I really enjoyed it. Violet is our main character who lives in a world where surrogacy is what is used for the high folk, the rich people in society, and it follows her story going from like her school to being bought in and all of that, and kind of follows through this dystopian universe. And then I also read the ebook The House of the Stone, I do believe, and that is about her best friend Raven and her journey, and you kind of see Raven throughout The Jewel, but you don't really know what's going on with her in her house because they're living separately by the end, and they kind of seem to have different paths per se. I'm very interested to see what's going to happen in that series. I do have the, oh, what's the first one? The Black Key? No, the White Crown, the White Rose. I have the second one on hold for the audiobook, so hopefully I will get that soon. I think I'm the next in line for that. And then I want to read Garnet's story as well. And after that, I kind of took a break from reading because I was moving. I was hauling all this stuff here, which was a trial in itself, believe me. So the next book I read, I just finished last weekend, and that is Shiny Broken Pieces by Sona Chariapotra and Clayton. I don't know if it's Dhonielle or Dhonielle, but I recently heard someone say Daniel, and I was like, oh, I'm stupid. So this is the second book in a duology. The first book is Tiny Pretty Things. I did not like this as much as the first book. I think I gave this 3.5 out of 5 stars. And it was because it was so over the top, and I just felt like the mystery aspect that I loved from the first book totally disappeared. Characters were different and strange and unusual. I still liked the diverse cast. It was very interesting, but I just didn't like how the characters changed and morphed in this book. I for sure would not continue if it was longer because I was just not impressed. It was a struggle to get through the last 100 pages of this book. So I think I will be gifting this to someone. I'm not sure if I will bother to keep the first book because what's the point in having the first book if I don't really own the second, you know what I mean? So I might be gifting this to someone. I would send it to someone, but I'm broke. So, you know. Also, sorry for the glare and the horrible camera angle. I thought there would be more natural light. But there's a moving van outside my window right now from the States, so that's cool. That's fine. You go about your day, guys. And the last book is a book I'm actually currently reading, and that is The Winner's Kiss by Rutkoski. And this is the 3rd book in the Winner's Crime? In the Winner's Trilogy. We're going to call it the Winner's Trilogy. And you can correct me below if you want to, I don't know. And I am really liking it so far. I'm about halfway through. I hope to finish it tonight, but I mean, this video has been delayed like 3 times because I keep showing people my apartment who are coming over. So we'll see if I finish this and edit this video and, you know, do all those good things. See what happens. But yeah, I'm really liking it so far. So far, it feels like a 4 out of 5 book for me. It's not a 5 out of 5 like the other books. I just find that the plot is taking a weird turn, but I'm still in love with our characters. I love Aaron, I love Kestrel, and like, the longing is real. So real. Alright guys, so that is everything that I read in the month of March and I'm currently reading. Next I will be showing you what I plan to read in April. So if you watched my March TBR, you know that I was trying to read a lot more than I actually did. So here are some books that are just continuing over from last month's TBR to this month's. And then after this month I kind of have a surprise way of choosing my TBR, which I will talk more about at the end of the video. The first book I want to read this month is Sailor Moon Pretty Guardians Book 2 by Naoko Takeuchi? Sure. I feel like I tried to start this and then I got discouraged because I was like, oh, I need to read something actually with like lots of words. Is that weird? Anyone else get that feeling sometimes? So yeah, I haven't started this yet, but it should be a quick read. Maybe I'll finish this tonight or this week, and then I can get the next one on order. The next one is Like a River Glorious by Carson, which is another carryover to this month. I really just want to catch up with a whole bunch of series lately, so that's kind of what I'm doing. That's what I was rounding out. Last month I finished King's Cage, Shiny Broken Pieces, and by tonight hopefully The Winter's Kiss, so that's 3 series that I've kind of rounded out. And then I have to do this one because my mom wants to talk to me about what happens, but I'm behind as per usual and she's already read it. She read it so quickly, which is really strange for her, so I need to get on this or she will be mad. The next one is All the Light We Cannot See by Anthony Doerr. This is like a chunky book, so hopefully it flies by quickly. I've heard good things. I've heard everyone loves it who's read it. I just want to be on that bus. Also, they won a prize. Who doesn't want to read a prize-winning book? I don't know, man. It was just next on my TBR, so hopefully I like it. We'll see what happens. The next one is Replica by Lauren Oliver. So this has the 2 books in it. By now you probably have all heard about it. It's Lyra and Gemma, and you can choose to read it one side fully and then the other side fully, or you can flip-flop. You can read it whichever way you want. I'm not really sure what the hell I'm doing yet, so if you have ideas of how I should read it, please let me know because I don't know what the hell I'm doing, as per usual. Yeah, so I hope to get to this in the month of April. And the last book on this TBR, I know it's a short one, so maybe there'll be more later on, or maybe I'll just lay in bed and watch the OA like I've been doing recently. Shh, besides the point, is The Reader by Traci Chee. This has been on my TBR for the past 3 months. And I'm kind of to the point where if I don't get to it this month, it's going back on the shelf, and I will try again at a later date, because this is getting fucking stupid. Everyone got this book as PR, like a whole bunch of really popular booktubers. Maybe some non-popular booktubers, but that's just who I was watching when this book came out. And they were like, oh, it's so good, it's awesome, you'll love it. But now I'm nervous because I haven't heard anybody else talk about it since then. And I bought it at full price. So I hope this is good. If it's not, it will be donated or sold or something and it will go away from my life. But I really hope it's good because it's about a reader or a girl who reads in a book in a society where there are no books. That seem right? Also, Renee Addier on the back said, I was spellbound from the first page, an utterly transportive tale of swashbucklers and sharpshooters masterfully written. Traci Chee has penned a beautiful novel about the power of a story, complete with fantastic cast of characters and an expertly rendered fantasy landscape. This is a book you will not soon forget, and I fucking love The Wrath and the Dawn, so here's hoping. So you guys, you're probably wondering, like, how are you going to choose your TBR? Or if you're not, you're like, this girl needs to shut up. So my plan for my TBR right now is I have 3 separate jars with paper in them. One jar is at my parents' house still, and it is books that are highly hyped that I want to get to. So I plan to choose one piece of paper with a book title on it from there every month. The other 2 jars I have are 2016 releases, which I have a lot of that I haven't read because I'm trying to kind of read things that I have that are older but also newer. Like I'm trying to mix it up, which is what I've been doing in the past, as you could probably see from this TBR. But it wasn't really working. I found that I was never reading books from like 2011 that I have. I was reading like 2015, 2016, sometimes 2014, but I wasn't ever really getting to those other books that I wanted to get to that are just a few years older. And the last one is just from 2015 to whenever. So it's all the other books that I own that I have not read. It might be books from the beginning of a series. It might be a book I have to take out from the library. So I continue the books that I have in this on my shelf, like Charlie Bone. I have book 5 and 6, I think. 4 and 5. But I don't own the first ones, but I know they're at my local library and I loved them as a kid, so I really want to read them. But they are in this jar, so I'm just going to pull 2 from the 2015 to whenever, and 2 from the 2016 debut, well not debut, 2016 published jar every month. That is my goal. I need to stop buying books. Recently I got a box from Book Outlet where I just fucked myself over even more. Also, I bought a second book without buying the first book because I thought it was the first book in a series and I did that. So those books have yet to be added to the jars, but that's my other goal for today, so hopefully that gets done. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So thank you for watching, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this new weirdo angle and location. Also, I got a new camera, so either you can see all my fine lines and wrinkles and my freckles, or you can just see the massive fucking glare on my glasses, which I'll try and figure out better next time. But I hope you have a great weekend or had a great weekend, and we'll see you next time. Bye!